Welcome to another edition of Focus. Today we're going to focus on a business which is celebrating 60 years. It started back in 1966, and it is Bay Cycle Powersports. A couple of folks with us this morning. First of all, she's general manager and one of the family owners. It is a family business, and she is Sharon LaRock. Sharon, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us this
Thank
morning. And also with us is the office manager, and she is Jenny Kohlhoff. Jenny, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks. All right, let's start with an overview of Bay Cycle, how it came about, and what it does.
Actually, my parents and my uncle got into the business. My dad was a construction worker. He was bored, and he'd come home at night, and they would find these basket jobs of motorcycles that had been all torn apart, little old All-States and all these other kind of things. He'd come home, put them together, and sell them. Well, in 1961, they had started one business, but in 66, we expanded to this one. But the thing is that they liked motorcycles. And so what happened is Honda approached them and asked them if they wanted to be a Honda dealer. Now, nobody knew what a Honda was at that point.
I was going to say today that's not the same. But
Exactly. Sitting around in my grandmother's kitchen talking about, well, what is this Honda and how do you think we can sell it and what do you think it'll do? And in any event, we did take it on. Us kids were all excited about it, being around motorcycles all the time. But in any event, what it was that they had like three models at the time, and a couple of them were 50 cc's and a 250 cc and a 300, and that was the extent of it.
by today's standards, those are
very small vehicles.
Motorbikes, not even motorcycles.
Exactly. But they started selling these little Honda 50s where the saying was, you meet the nicest people in a Honda. Those little step-through Honda 50s,
yeah.
They would bring them in by the semi-loads.
I mean, they were like one step up from like a Vespa or something of that nature.
Exactly, 50 cc. It's still shifting.
More like a motorcycle than a Vespa type.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But, so that's kind of where it all started from, and they expanded, and all these years later,
You're still selling Hondas, aren't you?
Yes.
You've
yes.
added a few things, though. We'll get to that.
Yes. Yeah, Honda's expanded their lineup, and the thing now that is really our kind of our bread and butter for the business are side-by-sides and ATVs, the four-wheelers. A lot of families that...
Also Honda products, or do you sell others?
Yes. And then the dirt bikes for kids and adults, whether they like to race. So our clientele is pretty broad, from little 5-year-olds to 80-year-old grandfathers who want to get on the Goldwing and want to travel the country, get away from everybody. So it's quite a group.
So, I mean, has the motorcycle industry changed much over the years?
Oh, yes, definitely. I think when anybody thought of motorcycles back in the 60s and 70s, the vehicles were usually all choppers, and it had something to do with usually some kind of gang. And so
negative.
Very negative, as well as at that time, the grandparents had just seen a world war, and Japanese product was not real popular.
Yeah, that's true, but the other side of that coin was the American product was having its issues. I mean, the old story about Harleys was you'd ride it for a mile and stop and fix it.
This is true.
And their reputation for reliability wasn't really good. Mm-hmm. And along comes Honda. But at the same time, when you think about that, that was also when we began to see Japanese motor vehicles come in. And you look at the Japanese vehicle today versus the Japanese vehicle at the entry level back then. And I imagine it's the same with the motorcycle. I mean, they were pretty basic back then, a lot more complicated today, and a lot more reliable.
Yes. Yes, this is true. It used to be quite simple to be able to work on them. A screwdriver and a wrench, and you could go at it. Now we've got all this digital equipment that you plug into it, and it tells you what its problem is. And so you need some pretty high-level technicians to be able to take care of that.
So I assume from that you not only sell, but you fully service all
definitely.
these things.
the most important thing. Hate to say it, but our competition is the internet.
Yeah.
Like
No,
everybody
absolutely.
else's. And the only thing we've got going for us is they can come in, they can touch it, they can sit on it.
And you can hand them the part.
Yes,
Yeah.
and service knowledge, or at least have them come in and we take care of them,
Yeah.
so that they don't have concerns and they spend their time enjoying it, not wrenching on it.
So, Jenny, tell everybody where Bay Cycle's located.
We are located at 3800 South Huron Road in Bay City. So if you're coming up north on Euclid, we're just about a quarter mile north of the Wilder intersection there. So we're on the left-hand side.
I was going to say you're on the west side of the
Yep, we're on the west side of South Huron Road.
Mm-hmm.
And you've always been there? Has that been the location all the time?
No, we were about a quarter of a mile down the road and rebuilt in 1997. In 97, the state-of-the-art motorcycle dealership. We built it based around the marketing and of the product and the clothing, as well as accessorizing and service. So at the time, it was a very modern building just for that product.
And how's financing for motorcycles?
Very, very easy these days. And
Really?
Yes, we've kind of, for a number of years, have had good relationships with the credit unions, the banks. For many, many years, somebody could walk in and no money down and $100 a month payments, and they were gone. So it was really, really easy to make that your second vehicle or even a recreational vehicle because it was so inexpensive.
However, there is another part of that which we have to talk about, and that's getting a license.
That's true. That's true. And that's good.
Do you offer lessons on how to ride a motorcycle?
We have, yes. Actually, we, for quite some time, did the kind of like the pre-test where they could go out, do the driving test. We had a one-on-one with a representative, and he would explain how to ride, watch them ride, and then they would take the vehicle over to the Secretary of State's office, do the little ride, and they would pass, and off they would go. So
Yeah, it's not that complicated. It's not that hard to do.
the state actually made it harder a few years
they
ago.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because people were doing it too easily, and I guess they wanted to make sure
Too
that-
recklessly. Yeah.
Yes. So now they're making it a little tougher, and that's good.
Yeah.
You want people out there prepared.
Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. We're talking to Sharon and Jenny from Bay Cycle, celebrating 60 years in business. Let's start out by giving away a little money here. Quality mattress from Sanitary Mattress. Now, you can visit all the so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured the mattress you're using is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Your time in bed may be cut short by today's demanding world, but you can still get a quality good night's sleep on a Sanitary Mattress. They feature 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home, and if you have an RV or a boat, Sanitary Mattress will custom make a mattress for you, something the box stores can't do. Visit the Sanitary Mattress Factory and Showroom at 5343 Janes Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport. Visit them online at sanitarymattress.com or call them at 989-753-1757. Sanitary Mattress, serving the Great Lakes Bay region since 1935.
Interior Studios of WSGW, located on Tittabawassee Road in Carlton Township, the state of Michigan, USA.
Hi, we're back with you. Talking to Sharon Jaroque. She is the general manager and one of the family owners of Bay Cycle Powersports. Jenny Kohlhoff, the office manager, also with us this morning. So how are you celebrating the 60th anniversary?
Chaotically. No.
Oh, that's a good word for an office manager.
Sorry. No, we of course our sales department, head up by our fearless leader Vonnie. She has got some deals going for some major units, trying to get our floor cleaned up. We also have Lynn, another one of our fearless leaders, over in parts and apparel, and of course she just got. We actually just cleaned up a lot of older items, and we freshened up the store. She rearranged a lot of her displays. It looks very nice in there. We got new new almost everything in there: new helmets, new goggles, new apparel, riding gear, and
Yeah, you do have everything for the biker or side by side.
absolutely, and of any age too. I mean, we have a whole wall just dedicated to everything youth that you could get, from shin pads to chest protectors. And
we've talked about Honda, but you carry a few other brands, don't you? What else are you carrying now?
Yes, we do carry Arctic Cat snowmobiles and also their dirt line, which is their four-wheelers and side-by-sides. So we carry their full line, as well as we took on a lesser-known company named KO, and they have dirt bikes. And we primarily sell the children's four-wheelers and motorcycles. They're a lesser price and a little more affordable. So rather than come in and buy one machine, they can kind of walk out with two and make more of the family happy.
And that's an important point you bring up, particularly when it comes to cycles and things of that nature. One size doesn't fit all.
No, that's very, very true. And this kind of widens out our ability to meet more people's needs. And recently we have brought in the e-bike. We had Sharon. We are dealing now with 79 bikes. We have two different sizes. Right now you know more about the product than I do, but
we have the Falcon GT and the Falcon Pro. And I know a lot of our customers knew us with Suron because we had them for a couple of years. So in equivalency, we like to say that the smaller one, the Falcon Pro, is more kind of like the Ultra B. And then you have
introduction
the introduction to the E-Moto. And then we have the Falcon GT. That's a little bit bigger of a machine that gets you.
All right, so let's talk a little nitty gritty here. Again, where you're located and what kind of hours do you keep?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're in Bay City. We are at 3800 South Huron Road in Bay City. And our hours are Tuesday through Thursday. We're open from 9 to 5. Fridays from 9 to 6. And then Saturdays 9 to 2. We are closed on Sunday and Monday. But, yeah.
Very good. Happy 60th.
Thank you very much. We've really enjoyed it. It's been a fun ride as far as...
Fun ride, I like
fun
that.
ride.
Good. Very nice.
Thank you.
Nice line.
For the family. You know, it kept Mom and my sisters and myself together, which has been quite enjoyable, if not interesting.
That it is interesting, folks.
For that
this
many
is
years.
a cycle business, all women running the
Yes.
business.
Yes, it's still a little bit
Very
of
good.
a notoriety with Honda. I do sit on a board with Honda, which is kind of a liaison between Honda and dealers, which I've been involved with, as well as a 20 group, which kind of helps us bring in, kind of thinking outside the box, brings more information in.
And gets the dealers involved. That's kind of neat.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we're involved in a lot of this, a lot of outside the dealership as well as inside. So we learn more.
Sharon, Jenny, thanks for being with us today. We'll have to
Thank
keep
you.
track of you. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate your time.
Bay Cycle. Stop in and visit them during their 60th anniversary.